We are on board Echo in the Able Tasman National Park, and this is the first stop of our trip from Nelson to Tauranga, where Elixir is, so Echo and Elixir can be together, which is kind of cute.
We're rescuing the boat right now. That is the mission that we are currently on. We are rescuing Echo. Today's been a really good day. It's gonna be a really good trip.
So we've just arrived in our new anchorage. Max and I launched the dinghy, and then Max went down below, and look where the dinghy is.
A sailor who can't tie a knot.
It's going on its maiden voyage. It might cross the bay back to Nelson. What are your thoughts on losing the dinghy?
I mean, it doesn't look great, does it? It's supposed to come on here to help, and I end up losing the dinghy.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay. Alright, I'll be back with the dinghy.
Maybe they'll tow. Oh!
Oh! See you later.
See ya. Well, he'll be back in no time.
That was a long journey.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Oars don't fit. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. You know. New Zealand, it's beautiful. I wasn't expecting it to be so dramatic. Just the mountains plunge into the sea. It actually reminds me a lot of the Marquesas. You know, I feel like we're not super far away from civilization, but it feels pretty remote where we are, even though we're only like 50 miles away from Nelson. I don't know, I just love being out on the boat with friends. It's it feels good. It feels wholesome. My heart feels full again. Where are we off to?
The beach. Adele Island.
You gonna swim in? Alright, we're gonna go and say hello to Adele Island.
See on the other side.
This is the maiden voyage on this very rocky little plywood dinghy. I'm gonna go for one start. Fast pull on the outboard. Welcome to Adele Island.
Hello from the other side.
Rumour has it that this is one of the nicest islands in the area. We've seen a lot of sea lions, and we actually saw one rolling around in the shallows here earlier, just a second ago, but I think it's moved and it's rolling in the deep now. And yeah, Nick's about to fly the drone. Yeah, it's always good having a drone enthusiast around. I'm stoked that I could be here with someone like you, Nick. Someone who's willing to put the drone up.
Are you gonna grab it?
I think it has pincers.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Like a rainforest bug.
I've seen things like that in the desert.
So we woke up in a very peaceful anchorage this morning, and I honestly think the best way that you can start any day is by waking up surrounded by nature like this, having a little stretch on the foredeck, and then jumping in the sea once you're done.
Oh, it's cold.
I know, I spent an hour in the sea yesterday swimming.
Drink. So this morning I've just gone for a little row while Max and Rachel get some work done on the boat. So I rowed over to a little beach. You can see Echo just behind me right there. Enjoying this beautiful morning in the national park and down to the birds. Yeah, it's just so peaceful here.
New Zealand is the most geographically isolated country in the world, and that's what makes sailing here so rewarding. It's what also makes it so difficult. The nation is positioned at the edge of the Southern Ocean, meaning it's constantly getting hit by a swirling succession of high and low pressure systems. The wind here changes quickly, and that's what makes sailing here so complicated and so rewarding. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting 650 miles up to Tauranga, because we're going around all sorts of headlands. We don't even know whether we're going to go through the Cook Strait and up the east coast, or all the way around the west coast and around the north of the island. There's 2 potential routes. Similar sort of distance. The west coast is about 80 miles longer. The east coast goes through the Cook Strait, which is like... Someone told me recently that they call it the hole of New Zealand, because you have all of this wind and all of this tides just funneled through. It just makes it a nightmare for sailing. And then once you get around there, there's the whole East Cape, which is notoriously bad as well. So it's not going to be an easy sail whichever way we go.
But I think overall Napier might be your better option with the time frame. But yeah, look, just study that and look at tidal flows through Cook Strait to be in your favour for as much time as possible.
Yeah.
With the relative winds that are forecast, with an aim to get around Cape Palliser, the bottom of the North Island, early morning on Friday, and then you'll hug the Wairarapa coast, being prepared for strong gusts. At this stage, you potentially could experience a bit of a change in the wind on Saturday that you might have to work through.
What a legend, eh?
It's my
Nice to have that guy.
Kiwi father.
Sailing mentor.
Yeah.
Telling us which way to go around New Zealand. Before we were thinking of going around the west coast.
Yeah, but then there's that low pressure system up north, and there's just nowhere to stop along the west coast. So you got to make, over 400 miles with one weather window, which is very hard to do in New Zealand. And there's that terrible looking weather system coming up north, and if we got caught out up there, we'd be in bad shape. It looks like we're gonna go through the Cook Strait
at night time. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Through the most dangerous stretch of water in New Zealand in the middle of the night. Alright, so it looks like we're leaving bright and early tomorrow morning. So today we're going to go on a little day trip hiking in the Able Tasman, which you can see behind us. It's supposed to be one of the most beautiful national parks in New Zealand, so I'm expecting great things. Watch out, it's a bit tippy.
Do we want the anchor? Do we want...
I think we can just tie it off to a tree. There's no doubt in my mind that it's going to start first pull. Sometimes you need 2 pulls to get these 2 strokes going.
A lot of confidence.
See you later.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
So it looks like tomorrow might be our weather window to go across the Cook Strait. So we're gonna take advantage of today and explore Able Tasman National Park.
Alright, so we're like an hour into a hike in the Able Tasman National Park, and Rachel is such a free spirit that she's not even wearing shoes.
I did try to find my shoes.
That's crazy. We're out here doing a 3 to 4 hour hike and she's just wandering around barefoot. You're really embracing the Kiwi boat lifestyle.
Oh.
Well done.
Yeah, alright. I've been a barefoot kind of gal for a long time.
Not Nick though.
Nah.
You wouldn't see Nick rocking barefoot on a hike like this.
Too many spiky. This is definitely the most beautiful national park I think I've ever been in. The watercolor is just so blue. And the beaches are white, sunny and warm. It's perfect. It's like a mix of a chicken and a duck.
Where's this strange chicken?
It looks like it wants to fight you, Max.
I jumped though. Ah, you're sinking.
No. I did not think this through.
so we've just had a nice freshwater swim. The water's super cold, but it's good to get washed off and, I don't know, refreshed before we set out on our voyage, potentially tomorrow. So this place is super pretty, and there's lots of big eels swimming around, which is kind of cool.
That looked like it hurt.
Super fun!
It's not so bad. It was worth it. Then I got flipped upside down. Had a hard time getting out.
Did you get your cheeks scratched?
I definitely had my cheeks slapped a little bit. It's a quite nice bridge. Pretty beautiful over there. It's good.
That's super nice of you, Nick, to let Rachel wear your shoes.
Yeah, no worries.
He is a true gent.
Feel bad. She's been banging her feet up for miles.
I feel bad because I'm a f***ing idiot.
Sorry.
I'll just wear them for a little while. Don't shame me.
Now Nick's the hippie.
I really don't mind. I used to not wear shoes all the time.
Wiggly pig, wiggly pig, wiggly pig, wiggly pig.
Who's interested
Wait,
in being
don't punch
punched in
me.
the face?
Not me.
It kind of counts.
Nobody got punched.
Oh, it's a mother and a pup. Oh fuck, Dad is underneath us. Jesus. He seems chill, he's just playing. Look at him.
Just letting us know that he's...
Yeah, he's here, yeah. Oh! There's a whole bunch of them in there.
So this felt like New Zealand at its best. Perfect weather, immaculate scenery, and a sense of peace that only comes with being a long way away from civilization. But we all knew that the calmness would only last so long, and in the morning we'd be lifting the anchor, departing the Able Tasman for the final time, and leaving to sail through the Cook Strait and begin the long sail north.
We are leaving to head up to Tauranga. We've decided to take the east coast, so we're gonna go through the Cook Strait. We've got an okay weather window to do that. I can pretty much guarantee we're gonna get our cheeks clapped at some point. Well, we're considering stopping in Napier, so to get there, what do we think, like 4 days?
I don't know. It seems like the weather can just do whatever it wants in New Zealand, so we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that it stays with what the weather report says, and then it's a nice, smooth, easy trip, but yeah, who knows, it could be very chaotic, and it probably will be, but Echo's a good boat, and I think we're all prepared, and I think we'll be alright.
We're leaving this morning, it's happening, off we go to Napier. For some reason the reefing lines aren't set up right. They're tied off to the sail, but they should be tied off to the boom, because when you take a reef, the sail has to come down and into the boom, whereas at the moment it's just being pulled to the back of the boom, so we're having like a really hard time taking a reef when we were sailing over. This is the anchor lifting technique.
Oh, she's muddy.
Off we go.
Off we go.
To the North Island. Bye-bye South Island. Thanks again for watching another chapter from our New Zealand adventure. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you thought about this one in the comments. Also make sure to follow Rachel, inspiring sailor and captain of Echo, and Nick, drone pilot and all-round nice guy. In the next video we'll be sailing through the Cook Strait, around Cape Palliser and north towards the coastal town of Napier. It's going to be an adventure for sure, I can't wait, see you then.